Hello YouTube, it's Ninja Star here, and I want to tell you a little story. This is the story of how I almost committed suicide a few times, and why I didn't. I'll start with how I first got into the fandom, and then move on to that. Here we go. Just under a year ago, I was browsing Rage comics on Reddit, when I saw one about bronies. I had no idea what they were at the time, and I was on an Omegle kick, so I went on Omegle and put on brony as an interest. I met a really nice guy, and that's also when I was introduced to Skype, so I created an account, we swapped names, and started talking on Skype. The very first thing he sent me was a link to episode 1 of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. Needless to say, I watched the video. Even before I came a brony, I didn't judge something until I knew something about it. After the first 2 parts were over, I discovered I liked it. A lot. The next day, I watched every episode that was available at the time, back to back. No breaks. Well, a couple, but not many. After I finished it, I found out that I really liked it and I wanted some more. I went to my roleplay site, warriorcatsrpg.com. I'm going to put a link in the description of that, where they have roleplays for pretty much any fandom you can think of, and searched for it. I found a few threads and applied to join them. As soon as people heard I was new to the fandom, I got flooded with links to fanworks, PMVs, animation, and fanfics. Before I was a brony, I never really read any fanfictions whatsoever, but now I usually read 1 or 2 a day. Most of the links I got, however, were to YouTube channels. People like Saberspark, RaceBest, Paleo, Acoustic Brony, Mando Pony, Omnipony, etc. But Sabers, RaceBest, and Paleo are my idols. Then someone sent me a link to Saber's Ballad of the Brony. As soon as I watched it, I knew I was a brony, and I didn't care who knew or what people thought about it. I never really cared about what people thought of me before, and this is why a lot of my friends really liked me. Screw logic. After my introduction to the fandom, I met several good friends who I can honestly say I would not be here without them. You guys may not even realize it, but you have saved my life. And I'm going to explain how in a few minutes. I thank you. Now we get on to the hard part of the story to tell. About 3 months ago, my life went to hell. 3 of my grandparents died to cancer. My 11-month-old niece died to SIDS. Even my cat died. After that all happened, my girlfriend left me, and my sister was accused of a crime she didn't commit. Most of my friends left me because of a rumor. Give me a second. I fell into a deep depression, really, really bad. I wasn't talking with my friends as much, and many of them noticed my depression through the way I was talking. I mean my Skype friends here. I had just turned 16, and I turned to smoking and drinking. I'm done with it now, thank God. I don't even know why I did it in the first place. But then I began to think of suicide. Fortunately, my friends, who I'd never met in person, most of us don't even know each other's real names, were there for me. This time I was linked to the Brony Breakdown livestream. I'd seen the videos on the channel before, but never really watched one, so I just went to the livestream. Again, I was struck by surprise at the Brony community. My friend in the livestream told everyone that I was thinking about suicide, and tons of people started messaging me over Skype. One, who I'm still good friends with to this day, even gave me his old Minecraft account. Most of the people I met in the livestream, we don't really talk much anymore, but I still owe them. If you're out there and you remember me at all, thank you very much. This is a short note just to Saber and Paleo, because this is really where I should put it, considering it's because of Brony Breakdown that this happened. If you two are watching, I just want to send you my thanks. I doubt you'll see this, but I still want to thank you. I kind of owe my life to you guys, because if you guys didn't do what you do, didn't do your live stream, I would not have met all those people in the chat room. About halfway through the month, I sunk into depression again. Me and my first ever brony friend had stopped messaging a while back over an argument about my name, and most other people were too busy to talk to me anymore. This got me thinking about all the bad things that happened to me. I didn't turn to drinking or smoking this time, but I started remembering everything else bad that happened to me. I went back to considering suicide. I decided if I was going to go, I'd at least make peace with what friends I had. I messaged a few of my other friends, but I saved my good brony friend for last because I owe everything. At this point, I was really worried about what he'd say because we didn't exactly part on the best of terms. But it had been almost 6 months since I had messaged him, and I was really nervous. I had gotten deeper within the community at this point. I was doing artworks and fan fictions, but that didn't really matter to me. I messaged him and apologized, and we started talking again. He accepted it, I'm glad. But unfortunately, I learned that he's no longer a brony. We still discuss stuff in the fandom from time to time, but then one of my other friends started messaging me, and then another. Then I was invited to a gigantic group of bronies on Skype. I told the group about a crush I had on this one girl, and they urged me to act on it. After a while, they talked me into it, and I texted her. Turns out she had a crush on me too. It didn't really work out, but that didn't matter. I wasn't depressed anymore at the time. This was twice my friends that I have never met saved my life. All of you out there, thank you. I'm going to be linking them all to this video, so thank you very much for what you've done. I haven't been depressed since then, because I've always had someone to talk to. Or at least not that bad of depressed. I've been depressed other times. Not hard, but slightly depressed. About 2 months ago, I managed to get all of my non-Skype friends back, the ones that left me because of the rumor. To this day, no one in my family knows that I had planned on suicide, and I think it's better that way. I know they care for me, and I'm really close with my family, but this would just push them a little too close, and they'd be doing a little too much now. In closing, I just want to say thank you very much to my Skype friends, Saber, Paleo, RaceBest, musicians, all of you, for doing what you do, because if it weren't for the artwork and the videos and the chats, the fan fictions, I wouldn't really have anything to do. And if it weren't for most of that, I wouldn't even be here doing any of it. But most of all, I want to say thank you to the brony community, because you guys are just amazing. Everything that you've done for me, it's surprising. Even those of you that I haven't met yet, I love you all. The ones I know, the ones I don't, every single one of you. Before I go, I want to mention that if anybody out there is thinking of suicide and they've seen this video, I'm going to put my Skype, my Kick, and my email address in the link below. If you're thinking about it, message me. I'm going to put links to those. No. Sorry. A lot of stuff just jumping around now. I am going to put those in the description below. If any of you are thinking of suicide, message me or email me. Just get a hold of me and I'll try to help you through it. I'm also going to put a link to the suicide hotline. I've lost a friend to suicide. There are people that care about you, even if it doesn't seem like it right now. There are people that care. Promise me that you won't do anything until you at least message me. Thank you, everyone, for what you've done. If you are thinking of suicide, don't do it yet. Don't do it at all. Well, I guess I better get going. I got stuff to do. Thank you all for watching. Bye.